Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the top 10 cider producers of the year. I won't get into too much detail about what this countdown entails and everything. If you want to know all the ins and outs, go and check out my 2211 where I detail everything that is to do with this countdown. But yeah, for those of you that watched the 2211, hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, there's some really good cider companies on this list. There's been some movers, there's been some shakers, and we have two new cider companies that have made the top 10 this year. So, I mean, that's a great first impression, isn't it, surely, to make the top 10 straight away. Now, what I will say is, because I know some of you guys are interested in this, if you want to know what the median and the mode look like for the top 20, I will be doing a little scroll thing at the end of this video. So if you are interested in this, wait until the end and you'll be able to see how those ratings differ from my average rating. So with that said, let's crack on with the top 10. With number 10. So yeah, number 10 is an average rating of 8.16, so just above the 8.0 mark. They were 8th, again, just due to new cider companies adding the list and everything. It's one of those companies that I've not managed to try some of their range out recently, but I know there's still a lot more out there to try. It is Turner's Cider Company. Sort of a mainstay for the list, really. They have been there for quite a while, but I know that, as I said, I have still got a lot more of their range to do. Like, for example, the rhubarb infused cider. I've not tried that, and I don't believe I've done the elderflower one either. But what I have tried has been really good. Pretty much almost all their range I have rated an 8.0, but obviously one of them must have scored a 9 or a 9.5, because otherwise it would have been an average rating of 8.0, wouldn't it? Yeah, their russet springs to mind, 8.4% I believe it is, and you really can feel that it is an 8.4%er. It hits you in the face, and you love every minute of it as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully trying some more of their range out. The labels, there's another cider company out there that have very similar labeling to these guys. I can't remember who it is. I think it's Tenterden or something like that. But I always look at them and I get confused as, oh, is that a Turner's? Oh no, it's the other company. But you know what? Simple, to the point. Turner's, made from Kentish apples. Tells you what it is. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to know, really. So sometimes the simple labels do the trick. So yeah, kicking off the top 10 with 8.16 is Turner's. Will they go up next year? Well, depends on if I get any more of their range, doesn't it? So watch this space. So number 9. I thought these guys were going to go up, and their rating has gone up, but they have actually dropped a place. They've dropped a couple of places from 7th, but they're still 9th with an average rating of 8.42, so, you know, that's a really good score. It is Garden Cider Company. I still have one more of their range left to try, and they very graciously sent over a mixed case of their ciders for me to review, which I'm very grateful for, because their infused ciders are some of the best examples of infused ciders that I have tried so far. Their wild strawberry is just superb, and you know what? I've reviewed quite a few blueberry ciders in the past, and they have been some of the worst tasting ciders I have ever had. Apart from these guys. They obviously know what they're doing, and they're dry hopped. You don't see many hopped ciders around, so unfortunately it looks like it was a bit of a fad. I know Beard and Sabre now specialise in hopped ciders, but because they're rebranding, they're not on this list anymore until I try 3 of their range. But Garden Cider's dry hopped cider was a really nice tasting one. Lovely citric twangs from the hops, and you get the lovely fresh dry apple flavours coming through from there as well. Really well balanced. And that's the same for all of their range as well. You can tell it's all natural ingredients that go into it. There's no thickness to it. You don't get any sugary, syrupy sweetness at the back of your throat. And the great part is that they just use some surplus apples that are just going to be going to waste otherwise. What a great initiative, eh? And I know a lot more cider companies are doing this now as well, so hopefully more people will continue on with that trend. And as I said, I've got one more of their range left to review, so they're going to change next year, but is it going to be worse or better? You'll have to wait till next year. But for now, in 9th place is the Garden Cider Company. Right, 8th place is the first of the 2 new cider companies that have gone onto the list, with an average rating of 8.5, so yeah, a fantastic start. And you know what? It's been a long time coming, because one of their ciders was just doomed to not be shown on camera. I reviewed it twice, and both times the file corrupted. So there could have been a higher rating than this, but hey, 8.5 is still fantastic. And it's also thanks to Eric Bryan, or Derpy Derp, from New Zealand, for this company. Yes, 2 cider companies in New Zealand are in my top 20. It is Zepter Cider Company. So, the only one that I've tried off this picture is the hopped one, and that was lovely. But the best one that I've tried from them was their apple crumble. Oh wow, what a cider that was. Just warming Christmas in a bottle, basically. Just the flavours were absolutely amazing. Now, tea leaf infused cider, that sounds very interesting. They've obviously got a low alcohol cider, 2.5. And yeah, they also do an alcoholic ginger beer. I do like a ginger beer. I might have to see if I can find that out. I know my local bottle shop has stocked a couple of their ciders before in the past. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get round to trying that again. Now, I can't remember if Eric Bryan said this was the company that now just specialises in hard seltzers, which, if that is the case, then they probably won't feature next year. But I had to show them this year because, well, they're new to the list. But yeah, Eric, if you are watching this video, if you could confirm that if this is the company that just makes hard seltzer now, then I'll probably have to take them off the list because you can't get their range anymore. But if not, keep an eye out for them. And as I said, they've hit the list in 8th place with 8.5. That is Zepter Cider Company. Okay, so 7th place with an average rating of 8.75. They were 5th last year. But again, this is just due to, companies coming onto the list and everything. But you know what? 8.75 is still a fantastic rating. It is Bignose and Beardy. I've mentioned these guys before in the past, and yeah, I love their little stubby 330ml bottles they do. Again, it's kind of a simplistic label design, but it really does work. You can just tell each of them apart, and the bottle design looks really cool as well, just a little stubby one. Now, I'm going to say that these guys are probably going to change their rating next year as well, because, again, they graciously sent over their latest batch of 3 ciders that they've made to me to review. So thank you very much for that, guys. I am very much looking forward to trying them out. But yeah, some of their range are a little bit of an acquired taste, but they're all absolutely amazing ciders. The Boar's Head, oh god, I've had so many of their range. Little Shepherd, I don't know if I've actually had that yet or not. Oast Toast, Cock Hazy, a bit of oomph. I love the names of their ciders as well. That's another selling point for me. I love like catchy names and stuff. So yeah, Bignose and Beardy, they might be small bottles, but they are big in flavour. So if you do see one of these little guys out in the wild, waste no more time. Get it. In fact, you can get a mixed case from Bignose and Beardy themselves. So do yourself a favour, buy a pack and see what you think. But for me, Bignose and Beardy are definitely ones that are a winner for me. So 7th place in with an average score of 8.75 is Bignose and Beardy. Right, 6th place. This is basically the only non-mover in the entire top 20, basically, because they were 6th last year, and I do believe they were 6th the year before that. Just missing out on a 9.0 with an average rating of 8.9. It's Crones Cider Company. one of the cider companies that's just elusive for, you know, not being able to find a decent picture of the whole of their range. And I'm going to move that over there because you can't actually see the picture. So yeah, Crones Cider Company, they are relatively local to me as well. I believe they're based in Norfolk somewhere, and I keep on seeing them at my local beer and cider festivals across the country as well. But actually getting a hold of bottles of theirs is kind of hard. They sort of specialise in bag-in-the-box, but if you do get a hold of them, I mean, all of their ciders, I don't think any of them are below 7%. So they are really heavy hitters. The rum cask especially, whoo, oh yeah, that's like 8.4%, and just, it means business. But all of their ciders mean business. But it's not just about the strength, it's about the flavours as well. And they get that down to a T as well. Their Special Reserve, oh yeah, that's one of my favourites of theirs. Their rum cask, as I've already said. Yeah, just keep an eye out for the little cider witchizard. I don't know what it is, but either way, very recognisable, and yeah, keep an eye out for them. I'd imagine this is going to be one of those companies that is going to hover around this part of the top 10 for the next few years as well, until I manage to get another one of their bottles out, but we shall see. But in 6th place, 8.9, is Crones Cider Company. Okay, we're in the top 5 now, and yeah, 5th place goes to, well, a company that has been on the list pretty much since day one, I want to say. And they have an average rating of 9.0. They were 4th last year, so they have gone down a place. And yeah, that sun is really shining. But yeah, in 5th place with 9.0, it is Gwatkin Cider Company. Again, a bit like Ross on Y that are featured in the 20 to 11. There's so much more of Gwatkin's range that I've not managed to try. Just look at this range that they do. Some of them might not be available anymore, but there's still plenty more out there that are. Single varieties, blends, perries, piders. One of the few cider companies that actually does do piders. But yeah, I mean, like their Blakeney Red Perry, I've not featured that. I've said it before, their Yarlington Mill was my favourite cider of all time for a long time. Yeah, and it pretty much still is one of my favourite ciders. If I do see that or their Kingston Black, I do not hesitate and I purchase a bottle of it from a pub or anything, because they are just that damn good. But yeah, Malvern Hill Perry, I've not tried that. Old Rat's Tail, I've not even seen that. But they do, as you can see, so many different perries as well. It's not just ciders that they do, it is perries. Big bottles, small bottles, some as big as your head. Honestly, their range is just, I mean, there's more. Look, I'll just zoom in onto the other side of that. Look, there's more here. They've got their Golden Valley range as well, like Golden Valley Scrumpy. There's their Kingston Black. So much range, so much variety, and so much skill that goes involved in it as well. Yeah, Gwatkin Cider. I really do hope that I get a chance to sample some more of your ciders soon, because yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So in 5th place is Gwatkin Cider Company. Okay, I've had to put a little cover up on my curtains because the sun is just that damn bright. Obviously, the way there's always something that interferes with my videos, isn't there? So anyway, 4th place. Here we go. We are hitting the superb stuff now. The ones that I would not hesitate. Well, I mean, Gwatkin's I wouldn't hesitate and get a bottle of. But yeah, 4th place. They were 3rd last year with a score of 9.05. It is Dunkertons Cider Company. Pretty much been on the list since day one. I mean, I don't know what else I could say about this company that I've not said before. I've been graciously gifted with almost their entire range by Dunkertons themselves, which I'm very grateful for. They've fairly recently had a rebranding, but you know what? They've kept their class and they've kept their sophistication in their labels. They still look absolutely superb. And you know what? They have some of the best single variety ciders that I've ever tried. Their browns, their Breakwell Seedling, Black Fox was one of the first, along with Gwatkin's Yarlington Mill, that I tried, which changed my perspective of what cider could taste like. And it's a mainstay in, I believe, well, Waitrose. It's been in Waitrose for a long time, and I believe Sainsbury's you can get in as well. And yeah, just the rest of the range is, what else can I say? Now, I do believe the two on the end here, Craft and Special Reserve, are the only two of their range that I have not tried yet. And I know you can get their Craft in cans and bag in the box as well. So that's sort of like their, not their flagship cider, but I want to say it's one of those ones that is going to be more sort of readily available. But if you do get a chance to try any of their range out, it's most definitely worth it. They're 100% organic as well with their stuff. Court Royal, again, that's probably one of my favourites of theirs. Their Court Royal just has such amazing flavours to it, and it was all from one apple. Just absolutely amazing. They clearly know what they're doing with their stuff, and yeah, I'm hoping I can get a hold of their Special Reserve and their Craft, and if they do, their rating will probably change. Will it go up? Will it go down? Who knows? But you know what? 4th place is not a bad place to be. 9.05 goes to Dunkertons. Right, we're in the top 3. Ooh, it's getting exciting, isn't it? So, with an average rating of 9.12, they were 2nd last year, so they have gone down a place, but 3rd place is still a fantastic place to be in. It is Worley's Cider Company. I recently tried Worley's special Keeved cider out, the one that comes in the big 750ml bottles, and my goodness me, that was fantastic. I think it was the first Keeved cider that I have featured on my channel, and yeah, that was a fantastic cider. Again, fairly recently had a rebranding of their ciders as well, probably in the last couple of years or something like that. And originally, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like it as much as the original, but it has grown on me. I don't know, there's just something. I mean, they definitely jump out at you, don't they? You wouldn't be able to walk past a shop shelf or something and not see them go, wow, what's that? But I love the fact that the Beatnik Billy has literally gone from an actual, Beatnik on the front to a Billy Goat. Fantastic. I absolutely love that play on words there. So yeah, then the Red Hen was another one of their favourites of mine. Mendip Hills, just, yeah, fantastic blended ciders there. And yeah, the labelling is definitely winning me over on this one as well. I don't actually think I have tried the special edition that's on the front there. I could be wrong, it might just be because of the rebranding, but I tell you what, yeah, pretty much all of Worley's range has just been absolutely top-notch quality. You can definitely tell that care and love goes into the ciders. I know it sounds corny, but you can definitely tell, and that's the same with all of the ones in the top 10. You can definitely just tell that love and care and attention goes into crafting these absolutely superb ciders. So definitely keep an eye out for this guy. Ian Worley from Worley Cider Company easily makes the number 3 spot, and well, you never know. I think he's probably going to be in the top 5 for the foreseeable future. I can't see him going down any further than that, so watch out for him. Worley Cider Company. Right, 2nd place. Here we go. They were 1st last year, so with an average score of 9.33, it's Burrow Hill Cider Company, another cider company that's infamous for not being able to photograph any of their range at all, and they don't tend to frequent social media too much either. I know that I've featured them, just no response or anything like that, which is a real shame because they've got some of the best ciders that I have ever tried. Their Cider Bus, their Somerset Cider, their Perry. I've tried all of them and I've just been absolutely blown away by each and every one of them. And funnily enough, I was nearby where Burrow Hill was, and I was very, very tempted to go and visit the tree on the hill that features on their ciders, aptly named that one there. It's quite a tourist location. It's fantastic views from around the area. But yeah, just this solitary tree just on top of this hill. Just a fantastic view, and absolutely amazing ciders as well. There is a reason why they were top place for like 3 years running, and to be fair, I can't see Burrow Hill going down any further than like second or third place, because their ciders are just that bloody good. So yeah, keep an eye out for them, and keep an eye out for their cider bus as well, selling their ciders. Hopefully it's still going about, because it would be a real shame if it wasn't. Haven't had the opportunity to do it myself, but yeah, keep an eye out for them. The number 2 spot very easily goes to Burrow Hill Cider Company with 9.33. Now, if you've been following so far, you'll know that I said that there was 2 new cider companies on the list, and this is the second one. Yes, a new cider company has gone straight in at number 1 on my list, knocking off Burrow Hill. What could it possibly be? What could be better than Burrow Hill? Yes, I know, the suspense is killing you, isn't it? Right, with an average score of 9.5, which is basically the highest rating I can actually give a cider company, because I don't go any higher than 9.5. It is Crafty Nectar have hit my number 1 spot. Wow, is all I can say about their range. Just blown away by each and every one of their ciders. I don't even know where to begin. I mean, again, the labelling, superb, absolutely fantastic. I mean, you've got rhinos on the number 7, you've got boobs on number 8. They're boobs, they have to be. And then you've got zebra butts on their number 9. I mean, you know, you just think, oh, I'll have a zebra butt cider, you know. But all joking aside, the things that are inside the cans and bottles are just some of the best ciders I've ever tasted. The number 7 apparently is a cider that was created by, well, us. They asked Joe Bloggs what they wanted in a cider, and they put it in a cider. So naturally, it's going to be one of the best tasting ciders, isn't it? Because people wanted it, and it really, really is. And then they brought out their number 8, which was a rhubarb-infused cider, a vintage rhubarb-infused cider. And I'm thinking, rhubarb is quite a common ingredient. I don't know how it's going to differ. It's probably the best rhubarb-infused cider I have ever tasted, period. Many others have tried rhubarb-infused ciders, and they've been fine. Some of them have been great. But number 8 is the best one of the bunch. And their latest one, their co-ferment, well, I think it was Once Upon a Tree that they co-fermented it with, is a blackberry and hibiscus infused cider. Wow, what flavours came out of that. It was like I was drinking sort of like a blackberry, like an apple and blackberry crumble, just creamy. The flavours melded together so well. Yeah, blown away. Absolutely blown away. So, what more can I say? I haven't tried their low alcohol cider, and you know what happens with low alcohol ciders? They're never normally as good, but I have heard that their one is probably the best one out there, so I'll keep my eyes out for that one. I'm hoping that there is going to be more numbers in the range in the future. Number 10, you never know, there might be a number 10 somewhere in the future. I hope so, but if not, if you see any of these, I mean, I think I've said it all, haven't I? Don't hesitate. Buy them, try them. Just, yeah. It is going to take a lot to beat Crafty Nectar now. The fact that they have got the highest top rating that I can ever give on the list. So, yeah, for now, the number 1 spot goes to Crafty Nectar. And with that is my top 20 cider producers of the year. Have you found your new favourite? Is there a cider company that I've missed out that is glaringly missing out on my list that I need to try out? Let me know in the comments. I'm always open to suggestions for new companies and everything to go out and seek and try, so let me know. And will Crafty Nectar be number 1 next year? well, I mean, with that rating, then yeah, probably they will. But will a new company come and knock them off the top spot? You'll have to wait until next year, won't you? Until then, I'll be back with another delicious and tasty cider review very, very soon. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this. And as I say, if you are interested, there will be a crawl of the median and modes after this. So, take care, guys. Until next time.